If I don't start like at the second y'all want me to start, it's like World War III in the damn chat, okay? But what's up, you guys? It's Aaron. We are back with the House of Aaron. Tonight it is Wednesday, October 20th, and of course, I'm coming on here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So let me just go to my channel real quick and make sure that playing from Aaron's iPhone. Make sure. Okay. I think we're good. Y'all know I have to check my audio and whatnot. Because y'all know I be fucking up sometimes. But hey y'all, we got Jennifer in the chat talking about some when are we starting? We're starting right now. Okay. I know I'm a minute late. Honestly, y'all, in the middle of the episode, we're talking about Beverly Hills Part 2 reunion tonight, in case you weren't aware. But in the middle of an episode, I had a phone call that I kind of like did not want to miss. So I totally tuned out. Okay, I'm gonna just be honest at the situation. I totally tuned out, but don't worry, I tuned out at the very boring parts when they were talking about Lisa Rinna and her daughter Amelia and all of that stuff that we don't even care about. But welcome back to the house. Before we get started, of course, we have to talk about our sponsor, the coldest water bottle. You guys know that this is my favorite water bottle of all time because it keeps your water cold for hours. Okay. And y'all, look at this. Look how cute that is. It has my name on there. House of Aaron. How cute is that? Okay. So we're just going to go ahead and take a water break. We got Icy Blue in the chat. Okay. They was in the chat talking about some Aaron go to sleep. And I was like, Icy, you need to wake up. But yes, if y'all want to go ahead and purchase a water bottle, head over to the links in my description box down below. And you guys can also use my code HOA for a discount. Okay, who doesn't like a couple of dollars off their purchase? So go ahead and shop. So I'm going to be looking down a lot because we're not on my laptop anymore. Y'all know my lens came in the mail. So we are using the camera. Thank God, because y'all using my laptop and my phone as a camera was just a hot ass mess. I absolutely hated it. You guys know that I am a perfectionist. And so I did not like looking janky on camera. Okay. But we finally got our life together. So I'm excited. So, like I said, we are talking about Beverly Hills and we're just going to go ahead and get started with the tea. Okay, we got Dina, we got Lucy, we got Icy, we got Shane in the chat, we got Paul. What's up, y'all? So, of course, we have to shout out the executive producer who really doesn't have any power, Mr. Andy Cohen, the host of the reunion, because he did such a great job hosting. He was like Katie Couric. Okay, it was like I was watching Robin Roberts. I felt like he was like Rachel Maddow. Okay, Barbara Walters or something. Like Andy Cohen did such a great job because he interrogated the hell out of the first 20 minutes of the reunion. And it was just like this rapid fire round of questions when it came to Erica Girardi and her marriage to the fraudster Tom. Okay, do y'all agree? Do you not agree? What's going on, Shamika? We got Sheena in the building. Hey, Miss Jazzy, what's going on? We got Aisha. Thank you guys for joining me on this beautiful Wednesday night. But we have to give props where props is due. Okay, Andy Cohen did such a great job. I thought I was watching an ABC, news special. I thought I was watching 2020 Dateline. Like he really was doing some investigative journalism, and I was all the way here for it. So shout out to Mr. Andy Cohen. But okay, so I wrote down some notes. First things first, Erica said that Tom was unfaithful. Okay, the old ass man cheated on her for years, which I don't find all that surprising. I mean, age ain't nothing but a number. If your things still go up, then you gonna find a way to, get off. Okay. Um, and then what I thought was really interesting was when Andy Cohen asked Erika Jayne, well, we know he's been unfaithful to you, but have you been faithful to him? And y'all, she had to think about that. She was like, have I been unfaithful to him? And I was kind of gagging. Okay, I was choking at the situation because I'm like, why do you have to think about that answer, Erika? Okay, girl, let me know why you got to think about that. But Apparently, she says that she was faithful during the marriage the whole time up until the point where she filed for divorce, which leads me to believe that Erica Girardi is dating. Okay, did y'all pick up on that? How y'all feel about that? Shout out to Janet in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Shane says he was forced to do a good job. Execs know what we wanted. Absolutely. Let's see. The Kyle and Kathy moment hit home for me. Honestly, that was boring. Okay, I kind of tuned out. I'm not gonna even lie about the situation. Icy says hit the like morons. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, the house guests, they're not morons, but we do want y'all to like the video. So if you are in the chat, please go ahead, subscribe, and like. All right. Now, when Erica said that she was faithful up until the point of, her filing for divorce, that kind of sounded like she's dating. No? Was I the only one that picked up on that? I thought that was really interesting. So, anyways, moving right along. And then she had to pause at the situation, talking about, was I faithful? I'm like, girl, we already think you're a liar. Okay, like Nicki Minaj lying about the White House and whatnot. We already think you're a liar, sis. So please make sure you have your answers, and please stop stuttering. Please stop tripping over your words. Please stop trying to think about the questions. You didn't hire PR. Okay, you don't have well, she probably don't have a publicist, because what we also learned is that the girl is broke. So she can't afford no publicist. She can't afford no assistant. She had to get rid of the stylist and the makeup people, and she had to move out of the mansion and move into something that was a bit more quaint, right? She had to get rid of the Lamborghini and the Rolls Royce and get her a nice little, starter entry level Range Rover. She had to start going to the gas station herself and touching the gas pump with her gloves and hand sanitizer. Okay. So yeah, she was definitely tripping up on her words, so she doesn't have a PR agent. But like I said, we learned that she was broke, and she ended up exposing the fact that she did not leave Tom Girardi after learning about his infidelities because she wasn't in control of her own finances, which we kind of already knew. But in my head, I'm thinking, okay, most of her money comes from Tom Girardi because he's supposedly or was a multi-millionaire. But I feel like anybody with two brain cells would know, I mean, if you're going to make money on your own, like from the Housewives in Chicago and Shoe Dazzle and things of that nature, put it aside, okay? Put that in your own personal savings. But y'all, she revealed that she gives all of her own personal paychecks to Tom Girardi, the fraud, allegedly. Okay, he's allegedly a fraud. Now, y'all, I was kind of shocked, but then again, I wasn't. But then again, I was. Like, I was trying to wrap my brain around this, and I was like, what the hell is going on? You mean to tell me that you gave this man all of your Bravo checks? If that is true, that makes a lot of sense why she's been talking about I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. Because I'm like, no, sis, you're not broke. You've been on this show for 6 years. You've had jobs. You've had gigs. How are you broke? Like, how do you have nothing? Because she's been giving this man all of her paychecks. Like, I feel like that's a wealthy housewife 101 rule, is set aside a rainy day fund. Like, you knew that your husband had been, in this mental decline for years. You knew that he was cheating on you for years at this moment. And so that was the moment where you should have started thinking, okay, those gears up in that head should have started going. And that's when you should have got a checkings account, a savings account. You should have got an accountant. You should have stopped giving him your paychecks. Okay, you mean to tell me you was posing on Instagram in that lingerie with the Savage, the Savage X Fenty, and you was giving him those Rihanna checks? You was getting into fights with Kyle and Dorit and Teddy Mellencamp and them just so that paycheck could go to Tom and his creditors? You portrayed Roxy Hart on Broadway just to give the money to your husband? I thought that was the dumbest thing ever. And y'all want to know what I think? Okay, because I have a theory. I think the reason why she gave all of her paychecks to this man, the reason why she didn't own anything, nothing was in her name, was because she knew the man was going broke. Because any real multimillionaire, okay, any person with real money would tell his woman, especially when the woman is making significantly less. I feel as though a real man would be like, girl, I don't need your measly check. Go ahead and put that in your account. Don't that make sense? But the reason why you were so willing to give him your own personal money is because you knew he was going broke. You knew he owed all of these people, and you knew he was stealing so that y'all could keep up with y'all's lifestyle. Why else would you give an already multimillionaire more money? Like, am I the only one on this mind of thinking, on this train of thought? What y'all think? I'm like, why would you give him your Bravo check, sis? Like, what sense does that make? I'm really confused at the situation. So I gotta know what y'all think. What y'all saying in the chat? Let's see. Scott says she getting stuck by her neighbor. Huh? What that mean? Shane says, I think she is hooking up, but honestly, I don't care. I can't be bothered with Erika Jayne. We got Paul in the chat talking about some. Does anyone think Kathy is the uh only on the show to change the narrative around her after Paris Hilton's documentary? You know what? That's so funny that you brought that up, even though it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Okay, I want to know how y'all feel about Erika Jayne giving her paychecks to her husband. Um, but you bring up a really good point, Paul, because I would have thought that that was going to be the first thing Kathy Hilton talked about when she got on this show, because that was really big. Okay. In case y'all don't know, Kathy Hilton sent her daughter, Paris Hilton, to this like behavioral summer camp high school thing in Utah, Salt Lake City, or something or another. Okay. And it turns to find out that the program was very abusive, like starving the kids and feeding them drugs and all types of crazy shit, allegedly. So I'm kind of surprised that they did not bring that up. But I do think that a part of the reason why she's on the show is to repair her image. I think another part of the reason is because maybe things aren't good at home. And so she's like, let me make a few extra coins, if y'all know what I'm saying. Okay, she's smarter than Erika Jayne. Another reason could be that she just wants to promote her personal businesses. Another reason could be that she's bored. So I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Dina says Erika just comes off like she's lying. I don't know why. She just doesn't seem genuine. I think she mixes in the truth with some lies, honestly. That's how I feel. Velma says Erika lies so much she has to think when asked a question. Very true. Let's see. Shout out to Hazel Moore. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. She says it's hard to believe she was giving him her paychecks. I think Andy said it best. The only reason she filed for divorce was because the gig was up. Mm. You know what? I would have to agree with that. I do believe that she was giving him the paychecks. I do believe that. I do believe that probably for the majority of their marriage, whenever she made a check, she probably did hand it over to Tom. I do believe that. But I also do believe that the reason why she filed for divorce is because she was being blamed for his wrongdoings. I do think that at a certain point in time, she had to have some sort of understanding that her husband was involved in criminal activity, allegedly, because he had been in the news. I know you read the stuff about your husband, Erika, right? So you are aware that people were suing him. He had former law partners, okay? People from other firms, other lawyers suing him because they wasn't getting their retainers or whatever the hell it's called in legal terms. So you did have some sort of knowledge that the man was a thief. You did have some sort of knowledge that he was a fraud. Let's see. What y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about? So yeah, that was that. Erica just, I don't know, she's clicking at this point. I feel like like I said, she's mixing a lot of the truth with some of the lies. And it's making it somewhat believable, but at the same time, it's hard to believe someone when they've been known to lie in the past. Okay. So yeah, it is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Moving right along. Later on in the reunion, we're still on Erica. She says that the divorce is ongoing because of this competency hearing, which is basically, I guess, the process where they're trying to figure out if Tom knows what the fuck is going on since he allegedly has dementia. Okay, if you know about the law and can speak more to that, type it in the chat. Andy Cohen asks, "Why did you lie to Garcelle?" And this is what I wanted to know. And honestly, I was not happy with the answer. Okay, I'm quite disappointed in her answer because a lot of the things that she was saying, she was like, "Oh, I can't speak to that. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about this." And I was like, "Girl, yes, the fuck you can. Okay, stop playing with us." Um, but Andy Cohen asks, "Why did you lie to Garcelle talking about there was no third parties?" Now, y'all know I've been all up and down YouTube dragging Erica for lying. Okay, because on one episode she told Garcelle that there was no cheating going on. And then in the very next episode, she's exposing Tom for cheating. Make it make sense, boo. Make it make sense. And so Andy asked, "Why did you lie to Garcelle and say that there was no other parties involved in y'all's marriage?" And her answer was, she lied because of who Tom cheated with. Now, I believe she's talking about the judge who she doxed on Instagram, and then her lawyers told her to take down the post. Okay. Now, I really can't speak to that instance in detail because I don't know a lot about it. At that point in time, I was kind of checked out of the whole Erika Jayne scandal. But I still don't understand why she would lie about the situation. I don't understand why it would have made her look back for her to just say, "Yeah, Tom is a cheater." I didn't get that. So y'all let me know about that in the comments down below. Like, you lied about it because of who it was, but then you doxed the woman on Instagram so that we could know exactly who it was. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, y'all help me out. This is something that I found really interesting. Andy Cohen then asked, "Well, did you get a divorce because you was hiding assets?" And then y'all, they plastered a blog post from All About the Tea, which I thought was really interesting. Like, All About the Tea had popped up on the reunion a couple of times. Okay, a couple of times throughout the broadcast. And I thought, okay, like Monica and them is really getting all of their exposure and whatnot, because it was this headline that said Erica Girardi getting a divorce. She's allegedly hiding assets. That was like the big story at the time, maybe like a year ago. Everybody thought that the reason why she was getting a divorce was so that Tom could hide his money, so that he wouldn't have to pay back his creditors or some shit like that. I don't know. And of course, Erika Jayne denied the All About the Tea accusations. Okay, so I thought that was interesting. This was basically Erika Jayne just denying. And of course, she's not going to admit to embezzling. Of course, she's not going to admit to trying to hide this man's assets. Of course, she's not going to admit to that. Of course not. Okay, she wants to be seen as a nice little meek angel when we know she not. Okay, notice how the woman had no eyelashes on. I was looking at her face like, I was like, "Girl, you not trying to put on makeup because you trying to look all broken poor is not really working out for me." Okay, that's not working out for me. It's not helping your case. So you might as well contour that face. Okay, you need to put the contour right here. You need to put it under the jawline. You need to put it on the forehead. You need to press out those dry ass curls, those dry ass edges. I hate to put the girl all up on blast like this, but looking homely is not helping your case, Erica. And then at that, she did not have any eyelashes on. And I was like, they were so small and tiny, looking like spiders. And I'm like, I know Erica can't think that this is cute because, like, she's a glamazon. So the fact that she stepped out on that reunion stage looking like that, I was like so disappointed. I was like, what the hell? Okay, get off the stage and try again. Um, but yeah, she denied the claims that she was hiding assets. Okay, that was a jab at All About the Tea. And Monica and them, shout out to the Avatar. She denied that those panties that were in the auction, okay, those agent provocateur panties and lingerie and whatnot, she denied that those were hers. She said, that's not mine. I don't know where that came from. That must have been one of Tom's mistresses, panties and whatnot. Y'all remember when the judge and the courts and the government, put all the stuff on the auctions. Meanwhile, speaking of, y'all know the La Quinta home that Erika Jayne didn't even know that she owned? Apparently that sold, which I believe half of the money from the purchase of the home is going to one of the victims. So I thought that that was really interesting, but she denied that those were her panties for auction. She said she couldn't answer the question about how she was able to rent a home and lease a car if she was shut out and didn't have no control over her finances. Maybe she had a friend. Okay, remember Sutton was offering, her money and whatnot just in case she didn't have shit, which turns to find out she didn't because she was giving all her money away. Well, she said that she obtained a car, her little Range Rover, and she was able to rent a home legally. But she cannot say how she did it because allegedly she ain't had no money. Okay. So I thought that was really interesting. There was a picture of Erika Jayne riding around in a PJ, okay, a private jet. She was going on vacation. She claims that she did not pay for that PJ. She claims that she went on vacation and it was not on her expense. A lot of people have been ragging and dragging on her, saying, well, how are you riding in private jets and going on vacation and, and doing this, that, and the third. And what people have to understand, and this is where I do believe Erica, what people have to understand is social media is fake. Okay. When you see these people riding around in private jets, it's fake. A brand or a company or some billionaire overseas is paying for that shit. Okay. So I do believe her when she does say that the vacation was free. I can't afford shit. I have no money. She gave her $600,000 to the man who was losing his memory, which also doesn't make sense. If you knew the man was in this mental decline, why would you continue to give him your paychecks? As if he knows how to manage money. I'm confused. I'm really confused. Anyways, they started talking about Tom Girardi and his dementia and his Alzheimer's and stuff like that. One of the viewers asked, how does he have dementia if just last year he was telling stories? Erica said that, she had an excuse for everything, y'all. Okay, she had an excuse for everything. Erica said that the man tells the same damn stories from 1952 over and over and over and over and over again. And I can actually attest to that. I can attest to that because I have a grandmother that I used to live with not too long ago. And she will tell me the same story. She suffers from some things and she will tell me the same story as if it's the first time telling it. And she'll tell it in detail. The more she tells it, the more details you get. Okay, it's better than the first time by the time you get to it, by the time she tells you the fifth time. Okay, y'all know what I'm saying? So I kind of understood where Erica was coming from when she said, Tom be telling the same story. So it seems like he's all the way there until you realize that he's already told the story 30 times, 30 different ways, until you realize that the story is from 30 years ago. Like, why do you keep bringing something up that happened so many years ago? Why is that still on your heart, sis or sir, in this instance? So I do believe Erica when she says that, older people do tend to do that. They do, right? They can seem so sharp because they're telling you a story. 9 times out of 10, the story probably did change. The details really ain't real details. They just made no. But yeah, she had an excuse about that, which I kind of understood. Uh let's see. Y'all, I have so many notes of all the excuses that she had. She said that she did not leave the marriage because the man was sick and had dementia. Okay, because a lot of people were saying, well, you just look like a what do you call them women, gold digger. Okay, shout out to Kanye West. You look like a gold digger. The moment he got sick, the moment he didn't have no money no more, he left, right? And of course she had an excuse for that. She denied that and said, I did not leave him because he was sick. She says that was just a part of the problem, right? When he fell off the cliff and flew into the air and somehow went to the hospital, okay, Audrey Magini, and he snapped himself into the hospital and denied the anesthesia, right? She claims that she did everything humanly possible to take care of him in his time of need, because people all over social media are saying that she left as soon as it was inconvenient. Okay, which that's exactly what it looked like. Okay, you knew he was stealing before, you knew he had dementia before, but you decided to leave now. Okay, sis. But she said she did everything that she knew how to do in order to take care of that man. And the fact that he was declining mentally was just only a small piece of the problem. So I'm like, girl, okay. And then while she's explaining all of this to Andy and Lisa Rinna and Kyle Richards, okay, she even had Kyle Richards vouch for her because her friend Jen, okay, a friend of a friend of a friend, said that she recognizes that Tom has dementia, as if that means anything to us. Okay. While she's explaining all of this stuff and has an excuse and an answer for everything, she's real feisty with it. She's real spicy with it. She's real defensive. She seems very upset. She seems angry. And right before they go to commercial break, she asks for a tissue and says, I'm sorry, I'm not angry. I'm just angry. And I looked at the television screen like, huh? I'm sorry, I'm not angry, but I'm angry. What? Water break. Like, sis, are you okay? She looked Andy dead in his eyes and said, sorry, I'm not angry. I'm just angry. Okay, sis. I'm going to go ahead and let you have that one. Okay. You just slipped up, but we need to get you evaluated. Okay. Talking about everybody else. Maybe Erica is the one that needs to be evaluated. Raquel says, if we without law degrees are poking holes in Erica's stories this easily, imagine what the prosecutors are about to do to her. You're done, ma'am. Take the plea deal. Ooh. Rob J in the city says she cut and ran so the police don't come knocking at her door. Nina in the chat, shout out to Nina. Love you, girl. She says, yeah, but who don't know by now that dementia people tell the same stories over and over again from their past? Right, they do. Erica is a liar, pants on fire, honey. Y'all is mean. Y'all is so mean. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting, talking about some sorry, I'm not angry, I'm just angry. I was like, girl, yeah, you sure do look angry, and your makeup is fucked up too. Okay. It's bad enough that the makeup ain't on par. You're angry and you got the wrinkles going. You ain't got no eyelashes, ain't no contour going, and the edges are fried and dried. You're angry and you look a hot ass mess. That's not a good combination. Love you, Nina. So anyways, moving on, child. Okay. I'm so angry right now, but I'm not angry. And I'm so glad that Juan Dixon is not here. Okay, so y'all, and this is the part where I was shocked. I was floored. I was shocked. I was so disappointed, but I did not expect anything less from the mistress of the fraud home. Uh, Erika Jayne fixed her lips to say that she believes there's a chance that the allegations on her husband aren't true. I'm gonna let y'all sit on that real quick. And I'm gonna let y'all digest what the hell I just said. This woman believes that there's a chance that the allegations against, now you're wondering, for those of you who've been in Iraq and haven't been listening to me for the past 30 minutes, the allegations regarding him embezzling money from the burn victims, okay, his clients, the burn victims, the orphans, the widows, the plane crash victims, all them people, okay, while he was stealing money from his clients, not giving them their settlement money, okay, just watch The Housewife and the Hustler, it's on Hulu. He was embezzling money allegedly to Erika Jayne's LLC, okay, EJ Entertainment or whatever the hell it's called. And I was just really confused because I'm like, there's an LA Times article, and you know the LA Times article, they're just not writing up. This is like verifiable, fact checked. This isn't a gossip column, okay? We're not talking about People Magazine. We're not talking about Love B. Scott. We're not talking about all about the T Monica and the Avatar, and then we ain't talking about that. We're not talking about House of Aaron. We ain't talking about DJ Richie Scott. We are talking about the LA Times, and it ain't the opinion side, boo. It's the news side, okay? Y'all know all reputable newspapers, they have the opinion pieces and then they have the actual news. This article was a part of the actual news. So they did interviews, they have documents, all of their sources have been verified, the information has been verified. Then you also have this documentary on ABC and Hulu, ABC News at that, where you had these victims, a burn victim, go on camera and say that Tom Girardi did not give me my settlement money. So at this point, I'm kind of thinking, okay, are you saying that you don't believe the victims? Are you saying that these victims are liars? Like, what is going on? Talking about there's a chance that the allegations may not be true. Baby, they're true. These people did not get their money. And if Tom didn't take it, who did, sis? And the people have been suing him before the burn victim, before the plane crash victims, before the orphans and the widows. The law partners have been suing him because that's what lawyers do. They team up whenever it's a big case, whenever it's a case, okay, that requires a lot of minds. They team up, all of the lawyers partner together, and then they all split, the check. The money that they get from working on the case, they all split the money. Tom Girardi was sued multiple times because he ain't never split the money. He took the money and got the hell out of Dodge. And I know Erica was reading that in the newspaper. So you're saying that all of these people are lying about not getting their money? You think it's a possibility that these people are lying? Girl, you're clicking. You are clicking. Why would you give an already multimillionaire your little itty bitty Bravo paycheck? Because you knew he was stealing. You knew the gig was up. Allegedly. Okay, we don't need EJ coming down here and suing the House of Aaron. Allegedly. That doesn't make any sense. What man who already has millions of the man in the he did a deposition on one of these lawsuits. He had to do a deposition. He had to testify or some shit. And he ended up admitting that at one point in time he had like $70 million in cash or something like that. If you have $70 million in cash, not assets, not homes, not properties, not businesses, cash, cold hard cash money, split up into 100 bank accounts. I'm assuming, I don't know. Why would someone with $70 million want your measly $35,000 from Bravo? Y'all know they get paid per episode. So let's just say Bravo gives her a random check of $30,000 or something like that. If I have $70 million, why would you? And then you knew he had dementia, so that had to ring some bells. Of course, he's not good with money, sis. That's just so suspicious to me. That is really suspicious. Like something is off. She ain't telling us everything. Okay. So I was kind of done with the situation when she said that there was a chance that the allegations against her husband weren't true. I was like, girl, you sound so crazy for saying that. And that was pretty much it. Then we get into this thing where Dorit talks too much. I didn't really care about that. They talked about Lisa Rinna and her daughter. I didn't really care about that. And then we got into the stuff about Kathy Hilton and her relationship with Kyle Richards. And I really didn't care about that either. So I want to know how y'all feel about the situation. I'm going to stay on for a couple of more minutes so that I can read y'all's comments. It's 200 of you guys in the chat. Please, if you are in here, subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video. Okay? If you're in the chat, you need to be liking the video. I appreciate it. Shane said that makeup was a job from 1985. Yikes. Okay, that makeup was hideous. Okay, I'm not even mad at the 80s. You know, she had an 80s prom outfit. Okay, now the outfit ain't my favorite outfit, but I think I'm more upset with the makeup more than anything. Okay, with the spiders as eyelashes and then the contour with the double chin. I'm like, honey, what's going on? Okay, Juan Dixon is not here. Okay, I am so glad that he is not here right now. The dress is from 1983, honey. Ina says Erica and the entire cast needs to come back, minus Dorito ass. Yikes. I don't like her. She gives me soccer mom vibes, which translates to Karen. Ooh. Well, she did say that the only people that's working for her is brown folk. So Rob Jane the City said maybe she slipped down that same hill as her husband. Yikes. And bumped her head and let that fly out her mouth. Y'all terrible. Y'all terrible, but I can't even hold y'all to it. Okay, y'all just going after my lead. I'm dragging the girl, so y'all dragging her too. How did y'all feel about the episode? Was there anything interesting regarding Kathy Hilton and Kyle and Lisa Rinna and them? Because honestly, I was not paying attention. I really didn't care. It was boring. It was boring. Grace Turner says Erica is not broke. She stashed that $20 million in cash. Well, if that's true, then I'm assuming that she couldn't say that because she couldn't tell us how she was able to rent a whole mansion in Los Angeles. Okay. And LA is not cheap. So you got to have some sort of money and some sort of credit. She was able to lease a whole Range Rover. So she was getting money from somewhere. I see a lot of people in the comments talking about Dorito. Do y'all think Dorito should be fired? I feel like this was a really bad season for Dorito, only because she really didn't have a storyline. PK was her saving grace. Her wedding dress line was her saving grace, and that didn't even save shit. So, I don't know. Dorito just wasn't hitting on nothing. She wanted to pick a fight with the first and only Black housewife on the show, which I thought was hideous. I was sick to my stomach when I saw her scream at Garcelle, talking about some let me speak Garcelle. I was like, girl, I'm gonna need you to get out of my face and bring it on down. Take it down a couple notches because right now you deserve a salad toss to that face. And I don't condone violence, but she was being real disrespectful in that moment. Somebody in the chat said, Aaron, what I gotta do to take you on a little date? What do you have to do? I don't know. What do you look like? You gotta show me a picture of yourself. You want to get on camera? You want me to drop? The link? If you want to go out on a date with me, you gotta come on camera. So I'm gonna drop the link, and then you come right on up so I can see what the hell you look like. That's number one. Number two, I'm like, Erica, I want a man with money. Period. Michael Lavelle is in the chat. I haven't watched it yet. Waiting on my lasagna. Honey, save your time. Save your time. It honestly, well, the first part was good. I will admit the first part was good. Andy Cohen was doing a really good job when it came to interrogating Erica. But after that, after the first like 20-25 minutes, the reunion goes downhill. So I can only imagine what the hell is gonna happen. I guess next week. I didn't even watch the preview for next week. Y'all let me know if you watched the preview. What's gonna happen next week? Let me know. BB, yes, you are always late, girl. Turn your post notifications on. Let's see. Somebody said, bye, Dorito. I was touched by Kyle and Kathy. I know you were bored with it, but I feel it's the one time Kathy was genuine this season. So you think she was not genuine the rest of the season? I definitely think that this whole persona she has with her being dumb is not real. I think it's very fake. It's cute, it's cute for TV and whatnot, but I don't think she's that spacey in real life. Okay, remember when Paris Hilton came out just a couple of years ago saying that her little dumb blonde personality was all just a thing for TV? That's not how she really acts. I think Kathy Hilton is doing the same type of stuff. Y'all, why is my thing showing? I don't like that. I don't like when my undershirt shows. That's not cute. The entire part 2 was a flop, and there's more to go. Yikes. Well, we still got to talk about Sutton versus Erica. And that's pretty much it. Like nothing else. We got to talk about Crystal versus Sutton. I don't think we talked about that. Maybe we did. Y'all remind me in the chat. What else we got to talk about? Crystal didn't really have that much going on. Dorit didn't have nothing going on. I think we have to get into Kyle and Dorit's husband talking trash about Erica. So there's still some topics we have to discuss this season. Yeah. Thank you, baby. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I appreciate that. We got Scott in the chat talking about my ex embezzled $2.2 million. He did 1 year and 9 months and got out driving a BMW. He became a general manager of a restaurant. I think he sunk the money in, and now he is driving a Porsche Cayenne. What is going on? Your ex embezzled $2.2 million from the restaurant to his pockets? Is that what I just read? And got caught? Is that what I just read? What's going on, honey? Ooh. Now Kathy Hilton needs to put the oxys down and not in her. Ooh, child. Nina, you are on fire today. Okay, girl. You child, you dragging them, honey. What the hell is going on? Gray says, "What about Andy Cohen not really grilling Dorito about the brown people being housekeepers?" I think he was trying to leave it up to Garcelle to, take her to task about that. But Garcelle was being really nice about the situation and kind of played it off to Kathy Hilton by saying that she loved how Kathy Hilton handled that little educational moment when she kept saying that she don't see color, which I think we all know by now in 2021 that's kind of an ignorant statement. Um she kept recounting this story about how she was hanging out with Michael Jackson, who was very problematic, but okay. I'm not going to talk about y'all's fave no more, Michael Jackson and R. Kelly and Nicki Minaj. But she was telling this story about how her and Michael Jackson used to hang out all the time, and he used to tell her, "Kathy, I don't see color," and then Kathy would say, "I don't see color either." Meanwhile, Michael Jackson died a whole nother color than how he was born, but okay. Don't get me started on him, child. Thank you so much to my friend I am Michael Lavelle for the super chat. Oh, he gave me a heart. Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Y'all cracking me up in the comments. And only did 1 year and some change. LOL over $2.2 million. Yeah, that was a very short time period. But you know what? White collar crimes, you don't get that much jail time. What I've learned usually, like if you compare the sentences between white collar crimes and thefts and fraud versus like armed robbery and assault and stuff like that, it's and drugs, it's harsher. That type of stuff, you get a harsher sentence. Still $1 million, you'll get a year or two. No biggie. Don't mention Nikki, baby. We're going to drag Nikki every chance I get. We're dragging Nikki at every turn until she gets up on her Instagram Live and start talking some real sense and start giving out apologies. We're going to continue to drag Nikki. Okay, tell your sis to start selling some albums, get into the studio and start making some music that people want to actually stream and buy instead of going on Twitter lying about the White House inviting you to the residence. They didn't invite you to the residence. They invited you to a FaceTime chat. Okay, they invited you to a Zoom meeting. They invited you to a Skype call. Thank you, Shane, for the super sticker. Okay, stop getting on Twitter lying, talking about my friend's mama, baby sister, got blue balls from the vaccine. Girl, shut up. Shut up. You sound so less than smart. Okay, you sound less than smart, and now we have her latest antic. Her hiring a lawyer for the Jennifer Hoff case at the very damn last minute. That is a very how can I put this? That was strategic. Nicki Minaj she just didn't forget about the lawsuit, and at the very last minute, she was like, "Oh my God, let's take care of this before it's too late." That was very manipulative. It was very strategic. Nicki Minaj is very analytical. Okay, y'all know that she's known for stopping people's bags and being very conniving and sinister and very catty behind the scenes. Other people's words, not mine. And so she just wasn't sitting on that lawsuit and, just forgot and then, finally did it at the last minute. That was like a power play. That was some sort of intimidation play. Y'all get what I'm saying? Do y'all agree with me? Okay, well, let me drop the link, child. Let me drop the link. Let's see. He's talking about some put me on camera. Is you gonna come on? Watch he not come on. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you till 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, child. Y'all, my watch coming up. Coming to loose, child. We unraveling. Um, we're gonna see if I and Michael Lavelle want to get on camera. I doubt he gonna show up, but I'm waiting for you, sis or sir. I'm waiting on you, honey, but I'm gonna give y'all 5 more minutes. You better not do Aaron, Michael. Oh, you're so sweet. Tangle 55, you so sweet. Okay, he said, hold on, child. Okay, I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna wait for you now. Click the links in the description if you want to purchase a water bottle. Let's see what y'all talking about. Rob Jane the City says all Nikki had to do was not lowball the woman. Listen, instead of offering her 30,000 or 50,000, you should have offered her 20 million. You want me to recant my story for 20 million? After $20 million, you don't even have to work after that point. Okay, you don't even have to work. Somebody give me $20 million, you best believe I'm taking a 2-month vacation. Okay, now let's see what this man got to say. Why are you standing Nikki so hard? Like, why can't we drag her?
Oh, I gotta turn you off from there. Hold on.
Excuse me.
Can you hear me?
Okay. I'm gonna let you get your stuff together.
Hey,
Yes,
hold
I
on,
hear
wait.
you.
I'm trying to get all this stuff working. You know
Oh,
how
you
Apple
talking
is.
all soft now. He never talks like this on the regular. He does. He usually be cussing me out. He answers the phone. He be cussing me out. He's very loud, very flamboyant with his
I'm very flamboyant with what?
your commentary.
All right, so where you want to start?
Why can't we talk about Nikki first off?
Well, I thought this was about the Housewives. Like Nikki is,
Okay,
she
so
watching
how
Papa
did you
Bear.
feel
Let
about?
her watch Papa Bear, bro. Leave her alone. Nikki is a queen. You got to put some respect on her name, bro. That's a black queen first and foremost. So you need to put some respect on that name.
Okay, Nikki's a queen. She's not the
Yeah.
queen though.
Everybody, make sure you vote on MTV. Make sure you get Nikki that category, best hip hop artist.
Oh,
Yeah.
bye. We're not doing that. No.
What?
Mm-mm. I have a hard enough time voting for Kenya Moore hair care.
Hey,
So
leave
I'm
Kenya
definitely
alone.
not voting for no damn Nicki Minaj.
So
Nothing.
what was your take? Because I still haven't watched it yet, but I watched the last episode of the Beverly Hills reunion, and since I know y'all was talking about Dorito in the comments, I kind of y'all didn't think it was like weird and kind of condescending how Dorito and Rena was actually talking to Garcelle at the reunion. It was like very like demeaning in a sense.
You said it was demeaning how they were talking to who? Garcelle?
Garcelle, yeah.
How Dorito was screaming at Garcelle?
Well, not even so much how she was screaming at her, right? Because that was like the heat of the moment thing. But
Mm.
and the way Rena was just like, "You don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like as if like
I can
you
say
had
what
a."
I want. I can do this, Garcelle, if I want to do it.
It
It
was
was
just
like
a
very
little
bully.
weird.
It was like you're giving me bully.
It was very much so bullying. They have like an alliance. You know how you like to pick on the alliance on the Housewives. It was very much an
I
alliance
mean,
on that moment.
Kyle, Erica, and Lisa Rinna definitely have an alliance. There's an alliance going on there. It's giving me Skinia and Cynthia and Candy Burris Tucker.
Watch your mouth. Um, I don't understand why Garcelle has a hard time in the moment expressing her feelings
Why do
about stuff.
y'all think that? I think she did a great job defending herself. Y'all want her to read the girls down, but that ain't this kind of show. They don't read each other
Nah,
like that.
it's not even so much as reading you down. So for instance, right, on the Watch What Happens Live episode after it aired, it
Mhm.
was, oh, she's never going to get the opportunity to talk to me like that again. She never would have had the opportunity to talk to you like that in the first place. In that moment, if you would have stood up for yourself, versus
I think
allowing her to have that moment and you taking the brunt of that. Because then Rena piggybacked off of it. And it was kind of like, we're going to
she
tag
did.
team you a little bit. And Sutton kind of irritates me
So you want
sitting
Garcelle to
there.
get ghetto with it.
No, I kind of want her homegirls or her friends to actually have her back in those
Sutton?
moments. Yeah, Sutton needs to speak up more, just like Garcelle needs to speak up
Well,
more for Sutton in
okay.
those moments. That's what real friends do. You don't backbite and then gossip behind, but that's like a woman thing, you know. That's what they do. No, no offense, ladies in the comments.
Please don't offend nobody,
I'm
child.
trying not to. You
Please
know how
don't. We don't
YouTube
want your
is.
problematic views on this channel.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't have.
so okay, I could definitely see what you're saying. I feel like Garcelle definitely could have put Dorito on blast. She definitely could have defended herself more, but I thought she handled herself just fine. Because honestly, I'm thinking if I was in that situation, if you're yelling at me, I'm not gonna yell back. I'm not gonna go tit for tat, toe to toe, whatever the fuck. Like, I'm not gonna do all that. I'm gonna just let you look like an idiot. And then when you're ready to talk to me with some common sense, I'll be
Yeah.
here to listen. So it's like I relate to Garcelle in that way because I feel like I would have responded in that very same manner.
Nah, I don't know. The fact that we sitting on national TV, I'm just not gonna allow you to, first of all, raise your voice in a very aggressive and once again belittling tone. Like they
Mm.
were talking to her like she wasn't equal a little bit, or at least that's how I took it.
Yeah, that's how I took it too. It was given bully.
Because what really pissed me off, and then it was good when she called it out, was how Erica has been a bully and very ghetto since she's been on this show, if we
I
really want
agree.
to be honest. And nobody calls her out on the same mannerisms that they try to point out for Garcelle. And that one viewer, Andy, read the question asking Dorit, were you trying to paint Garcelle out as the angry black woman? And I feel like black women need to stop caring about that. Be yourself. If you
Okay.
want to check a chick right then and there, do that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna bring Nina up and I'm gonna ask Nina how she feels about that. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Uh,
Like, do you think
some
Garcelle should have stood up more for herself?
Garcelle did what Garcelle does, and Garcelle is not from the quote unquote ghetto life. She never has been. That's not her character, and she did what she's supposed to do, like the guy in the red shirt, red jacket said. She just go ahead and be angry, and I'm gonna sit here and stay composed as I am. You know,
I agree.
people want Garcelle to be ghetto, but Garcelle is not ghetto.
So
Dorit is
can,
ghetto. Dorito
Ghetto.
Chip is ghetto. She is
Ooh.
so ghetto. She needs to be talking about her and PK. Is that her husband's name? PK. His
Yes.
mhm.
slanderous business. Okay, don't start trying to worry about Garcelle. You need to worry about your husband and why he's got all these lawsuits against him with your non-storyline. I want her gone. I want her gone.
Nina.
She gives Aaron, she gives me Soccer Mom 1989, 93
I feel
to
it.
up to date Karen. Honey, it couldn't have been me because see, Garcelle, I'm Garcelle's alter ego, right?
Hmm.
Garcelle, and I'm the one that's gonna bitch slap her ass, right? That's who I am. I'm gonna take up for my sister. All those heifers on that show wants to team up, but then you got Kyle sitting back with her made up scary face,
Ooh,
laughing,
wasn't she eating
laughing,
it up though?
laughing,
She was just sitting up there
yes,
eating it up.
right,
She was ooh. Then when that
laughing.
thing
And
came out about Renner, she was like, oh.
Renner, we're not even gonna talk about Renner, and we're not even gonna talk about
Okay,
Renner.
wait. Let's back it up. Okay, let's talk about the star of the show, Erica, real quick. Um,
Oh.
did you watch the episode tonight?
I watched a little bit of it. I had a late doctor's appointment and I caught a little bit of it. But
So,
Erica,
yeah. Well, how did you
okay,
feel about she said that she's not in control of her finances, which is the reason why she couldn't leave the man, and
liar,
apparently she was giving Tom all of the paychecks.
liar.
Yikes.
All right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, right? So when
Mhm.
we think about those pretty prissy trophy wives, most
Hmm.
of them don't really have control, especially when they come in and they come from nothing. They go with the flow because that's more comfortable, right?
Okay, but what I get that,
Mhm.
but after you see in the news that he's been stealing from people, and after you start trying to figuring out that he has dementia, wouldn't you start taking care of yourself and having a
That
savings?
man ain't got no dang on dementia. That's a role play if I ain't never seen it. He
I
ain't
would
got no
agree.
dementia. He was able to talk to the cameras a while back,
Yeah, I was going. Yeah,
and have a great conversation as if he was into today and not 25 years ago.
So you
Miss
think
me
it's
with
all
the
a lie?
BS. Yes,
yeah. I think a little
story.
bit of it is made up. You know, the jig is up. You know, stuff finna get to crumbling. Now you got to try to save face.
But Erica
Right.
says that she don't even own a debit card. Liar, liar, pants on fire. You are
Yeah,
not
I was
Giselle.
having such a tough time with that. I
Well,
was
No,
like,
everybody has a debit card.
how
Everybody,
I'm
old
because
is
like,
that's
if
working.
you
Erica?
have a job, where does the wire transfer go to? Like,
No,
I'm confused.
what? Well, how old is Erica?
50
Are you
with
No,
no
serious?
debit
she's
card.
not. No, she
And
ain't
I
no
understand
50.
not using a debit card, but you have to have a debit. You have to have something.
Is she
You
really
have to.
You
50?
not
If
you don't pay
she's not
you're
50.
not paying everything in credit, babe.
But if she went to TJ Maxx with that stage performance at TJ Maxx and Ross and all those places, you had a debit card, heifer,
Ooh,
because you either had a debit card or you was
Say
writing a
next
check. Because
big
I'm a
card a
TJ
time.
Maxx phenom. I love TJ Maxx,
oh man,
and you're
TJ
gonna
Maxx is not
swipe.
that.
Yes, you're gonna swipe that debit card, or you're gonna write a check. And 9 times out of 10, they ain't taking no checks today, baby. You're gonna have to write that. You're gonna have to swipe that debit card. But this is what I want to say about Erika Jayne. I think
Mhm.
she was giving off a little. She was trying to look like Marilyn Monroe. That's what I got, Marilyn
Yeah, with that
Monroe.
hair, but it ended up being real dry.
Yeah, but she was real dry and trying to make people think she was poor. No, that still ain't poor. Who I'm gonna show you poor when I get on there with my braids in my hair. That still ain't poor. But my braids in my hair and my Garcelle looking TJ Maxx woofy,
I am finna
no,
fall out.
no, that's still not poor. Somebody still put that what you call that makeup they put on dead people. That's what she looked like she had on. That
Yeah, she was so
that
pale.
she wanted to look like that.
I don't
We're not
know.
buying it with your Range Rover, girl. We're not
Ooh,
buying it. Your
and it's
Range
a
Rover
nice
was a
one too. It's
hundred
a black.
grand. Oh,
That Range Rover is blacked out, and she got the red brakes on there.
and it's over $100,000, honey. I remember when
Sheesh.
Nene Leaks got it. I remember Nene Leaks got it. What in 2016? Miss me?
When she parked
No.
at the Lennox of the mall, right in front of Saks, and then Kim Zolciak saw her pulling into a handicap spot.
Right.
But she
You
was with
remember
someone
Aaron?
who was
Yes.
handicapped.
Right,
Well, she was with
right.
she was with somebody that was handicapped, but anybody can have a handicap. I got a handicap and I got two good legs. But I'm
Oh
Oh,
well,
54 years old.
let me
I'm
borrow
54 years
yours
old,
then.
and I'm not walking to my job. That's gonna take me 20 minutes when I get out my car to walk to my job. No, give me a handicap. Sorry,
you
y'all.
act-
Sorry, y'all. That needs a handicap. But you better work it. That's what Erika Jayne doing. She's working it. You better work that system while you can.
well, I
Uh-uh.
want to get Judgy Justice in here. How do you feel about Erica tonight, child? Oh, we can't hear you. Let's
Mute.
see. Okay, there you
Okay.
go. There we go.
Hi everyone. Thank you for
Hey,
having me.
babe.
So I'm really fed up with this whole Erica thing because we all know that Tom is now pushing this dementia thing because he wants to get under conservatorship because then he cannot stand trial. He will not face any years, any time.
Mm-hmm.
And then that means that also for this conservator, also for them like seeking this money through this lawsuit civilly, that means that they're going to have to investigate everything. So that's going to be their time and their money they're going to be spending trying to find out all these different files, all these different things. Because he can just be like, I don't remember. All I remember was 1913 when the stock market crashed. That's how old this is.
Yeah, he is.
I
But you know,
remember D-Day. Like that's the stuff he's going to be saying that he remembers.
he got to pay them lawyers. Where the money at? Where the
That's
money at? Show me the money.
Nobody found it weird
Wow. That's
though, like her lack of empathy at any given point. Like even if you knew, right,
Yeah.
that it's a catch-22, you're in a bad situation, but you're on camera, and every time you're talking about it, the only thing you're talking about is these weird stories that don't make no sense, and then now they're alleged, and then you know, you're mad about the betrayal and the cheaters, but you never once said like, how could he do this to those people and put us in this situation?
The
Like it never
alleged
came out
victims.
until like the reunion, but I feel like she had time to reflect on the episodes that aired up to the reunion to kind of get that, to show that empathy towards the people. Like why did it take you getting all the way to the reunion for you to mention them, period?
Yeah.
She still hasn't shown any empathy. She's
She
still
said alleged. She said
alleged,
alleged.
all this other
But
stuff.
but
She's
but
not. She's saying there's
And,
a chance. Chance isn't like, you know, playing Monopoly when you trying to hit free parking with the money. That's
or buying
chance.
a hotel. Do a
Yeah,
Donald Trump on them.
exactly. Or trying to not hit your friends' hotels because you about to run out of money. That's chance. You
But
know,
look, y'all,
chance
she was a waitress. She was a waitress in a little truck stop. That's what I say. So look, she's not trying to give up all that money. She ain't telling nothing about what her husband did. Now, if you're my husband and we live in the same house and I sleep in the same bed with you, I'm gonna know that you're doing something shady.
Something.
Because I'm gonna know that you're doing something shady. Even Kathy Hilton said, "Well, my husband gives me this and tells me to sign it, documents and tells me to sign it. I just sign my name." But okay, but you're a Hilton. You are a Hilton. You know your money is long stretch.
Yeah, you
You
know it's
know
good.
your money
for a
goes
long time for
your
somebody to
money
see
go
them.
from the east to the south to the west to the north, honey.
mm.
So no, Erika Jayne, you's a waitress. You're gonna go back to being a waitress. So
But even if your husband don't do pillow talk with you until, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, all right, now she's an IG model.
Mm.
Oh
no,
yeah,
they dropped her. Didn't they drop her?
Savage
She's
X
not.
Fifty did,
Yes,
Rihanna did.
yeah, but that
Yeah,
means she's
yeah.
not just still just on there posting like, hey, look at this 50-year-old.
I could be an IG model then, child, honey. I could
Come on,
post.
man.
Did she get
Post,
paid?
post.
Yeah, Rihanna dropped her from Savage Fenty. Yeah,
Mhm.
Rihanna dropped her.
Yeah, right before her fashion show, they dropped.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah. So, but anyway, but Aaron, listen, is
Yeah,
this
babe.
guy in the red jacket not the guy that want to take you out on the date?
That ain't this one. That
Oh,
ain't this.
Nah.
oh, okay. Well, he don't talk to that guy no more because he's a troll. They're not gonna mess with my Aaron. Do you
Ooh,
understand me? You gonna come legit or you gonna quit,
Right.
Negro?
thank you.
Too
Don't do
legit.
that.
Too legit to quit.
Too legit to quit.
Thank
Aaron,
you, babe.
don't do it.
Hey.
I got your back, boo. You remember I told you you was the first blogger and you are not a newbie. Quit saying that I ever watched. Quit saying that you dishes the tea when you supposed to dish the tea, boo.
Thank you,
Mhm.
honey. Thank you, babe. Yeah, I say that as a joke. Okay, we are a whole professional out here.
Yes, you are.
Well, I want to thank y'all for joining me. Thank you, Nina. That's my girl, y'all. Okay, she
Yes,
loyal. I
yes,
love you,
very
girl.
loyal.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Judgy.
Thank you.
Then we got Michael. Ciao. You get on my nerves. I just want to let you know that
I get on your nerves. Why I get on your
yeah,
nerves?
because you do. You know why you do.
You still ain't called me back.
Well, listen, I'm busy, but we can talk later. All right, I'll talk to
Oh,
you later.
whatever, nigga.
Bye. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this late night live, honey. Oh, thank you so much. How you pronounce your name? More. Thanks, babe. Appreciate it. But okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Before y'all log out, please make sure y'all are subscribed to the YouTube channel, like the video, and turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when we go live and or post the video. Y'all, I got my lens back, so I'm gonna be back on camera. Click the links in the description box if you want to purchase a water bottle. So cute. Use my code HOA so you can get a little discount. All right. I love you guys, and don't forget to create a great rest of your night. Bye.